Here we go. Welcome, acolytes, to a new episode and a new season of Dried Blood. As we find ourselves in the locker room and backstage behind the Dread Fortress, as Atlas is being rebuilt by a small horde of goblins, with a towel strewn across his shoulder. As Killy is also here. Killy, Atlas, Dag, Yang. How do you feel playing in the brand new D20 Deathmatch? How'd it feel being back, Dag?
Oh man, it's amazing. Honestly, I was super honored to be back and to do the first one here, because I feel as though, like, because I was in like the early playtests of the first few seasons and stuff like that, and to get to come back and see you guys doing what you do best, really kind of drumming up that excitement, that energy that is so unique to D20 Deathmatch, but with your own system, with your own rules. It's truly an honor and a pleasure. I've had so much fun with this system. It's so easy to learn, and Atlas is not as unbreakable as he used to be, but I think it's a good thing. I think it was definitely an awesome game system and fight, and what a better person to be playing with. I mean, my God, Yang from Dungeon Scrollers, again, big super big fan. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm in that mindset with you two, where I'm like, if you invite me to stuff, yes. It's like, what are you doing? We're bungee jumping. Fuck it, let's go. So I didn't even think about it. But then when we met, here, and I realized who you were, I was like, oh my God. So the energy was just electric. And yeah, I'm super happy for today's session.
It's so fun to be like, here's Discord messages versus now we are here sharing energy. It's like, I know you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yang, how about you? What was it like returning to the arena?
Y'all are one of my favorite shows on Twitch. You got such great energy. You guys have such a great production, and like your little like funny videos like in between is like just one of my favorite like bits that anybody does. I am always excited to see what y'all bring to the table there. Like Dead Aussie Gamer said, like I just felt like everybody was just firing on all cylinders. This game is like super simple, but it's very flexible, and it offered such great like highs and lows. And as the game was progressing, there was like multiple layers of like potential peril between like the fatigue and the fighting spirit, and I just felt like this pressure starting to like build up. You could really feel the match go on, and then you feel like you're on the precipice and it's about to just any sudden move could just end it.
Kind of like a shaken soda can.
Yeah,
Kind of like a specially shaped soda can. We could call it.
We've been shaken, bottle. And now we're on the verge of exploding. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
I really like the way things kind of worked out, because it just was like, especially at the very end, with like having the first match of the season in the new system end on a nat 1 to kill yourself. that was so good, because we wanted this season to be about the dice rolls and about that dramatic of like contested rolls all the time, and like that opportunity cost is the whole system's built on that kind of idea. So to the fact that it ended that way was spectacular to me.
Yeah, and like, holy cow, you turned lead into gold, Dag. You like took that moment and you combined our two characters and bonded us in like a mutual story that will like hopefully be untopped throughout the rest of the season. Actually, no, I should say it'll be one of the highlights of the entire season of D20 Deathmatch, right?
Oh, thank you. No, you again, you gave me so much fuel with this character, because obviously with these characters, we don't know them. We haven't like spent time, like we've never role played together. So, learning you communicated so much about Killian and his whole branding, even the advertising thing that went through there. I was just like, I think it was like partway through when you were like trying to like get the booze into him, because so many jokes became food related, and it was like, okay, well, I guess that makes sense. And when you kind of like tried to pry him open, I was like, oh my god, that was when in my head I'm like, how cool would it be if Atlas's power core was like the raw syrup of like the stuff that they made the cooler out of,
Oh, yeah.
which explains why it does so many weird things like peel paint and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, yeah, no, it was such a good ending, and even rolling a natural one. Here's the thing, like, you know, people are often afraid of failure. People are like, you know, oh, we don't want to lose. We don't want to like lose any ground and stuff like that. That's kind of what I did with Atlas. Like Atlas in season 1, I think, was just, you know, the D&D character built to have just massive AC and not go down. And I think I
It was
played
insane.
against, yeah, I played
Yeah,
against
it was almost
poor
dumb.
freaking
Jared.
yeah, it was so dumb.
It
It was
was
so
dumb.
dumb because I was like,
Very
yeah,
What was
he
the AC?
literally would literally tank hits from like an enlarged barbarian hill giant that critted on him and dealt 0 damage. So,
Wow.
you know, he was a little silly. But this one here, like the back and forth, the like, you know, the that real energy, even getting to that point where that finishing off was at the natural one, was just so dynamic. And I you know, I didn't feel as though Atlas wasn't tough. Like, you know, I had plenty of opportunities to have Atlas, you know, like with the power paint thing, the shaking heroic action. There were just so many great moments to just be able to like feel powerful, but also at the same time have that really cool back and forth with you. And no, it was so easy to write a story around that.
Mm-hmm. You
Yeah.
all were a dream team to have for this first episode. And I know Thea said at the beginning, but yeah, you all set that bar incredibly high. It was such a blast. You all had great timing, brought your characters to life. Killy, Atlas will never be forgotten in this arena. And I know everyone is going to be excited to see their return later on this season against new opponents, to see what new sides and how we get to learn about both of you now that you also have this history and you're going to be remembered and people are going to know how you did in your first fight and how you get to grow and change from this point, which is going to make it so exciting, so juicy of a story for us.
Well, and I want to point out additionally the introduction, give you the opportunity, the introduction of Thea. How do you feel not playing the Grandmaster?
It's Thea is a delight. Am I happy the Grandmaster is in prison and potentially about to lose her head? No, but Thea brings a new energy. And I think what we all really want to see is the perspective of people who have been fans, right? Our acolytes for so long, and see that they get to be a part of this, that they have her energy, her excitement, and that same level. She has a new form of resonance of what their experience is and what they're looking for. So I think it'll be really great to showcase more of what she sees. And of course, the extreme and wild commitment now being on the stage with such worthy champions.
Yeah. Well, I think
It'll be
probably about time to wrap this one up. But you know, we'll end it like we always end it. If we could get a last word, a piece of advice, or something you want to leave the acolytes with, either as yourselves or as your characters. You know what, Yang, as the winner, you can go first.
Yo, more chaos surges, more chaos, moments of chaos rolls. Like, I love that shit. Bring it on.
Yes.
All right.
Always
Back.
more chaos.
Hey, you know, you never know who you're gonna role play with, so always be open, always be receptive, and you know, have a great time. You know, like that. That's it. Always, you know, you don't always have to say yes, but when you do, lean in, man. Lean deep into that yes. Take that yes in both hands and give it a good shake. You know, like get in there. You know.
Every time I know we've done the hand gestures, but I'm really worried about it being clipped out of context.
Oh no,
I
I will be
honestly,
clipping it out of context. I promise you.
Oh yeah.
I'll be the one clipping it all out of context.
Let's wrap this sucker up. That was a beautiful
All right.
ending, y'all.
All right, guys. Acolytes, we will see you on the next episode of D20 Deathmatch.